There's a lot of games that I used to play that I just haven't bothered to open in a long time. Games that I used to spend hours upon hours on that are now played with the blue install button on the Steam launcher. Games like Disney Infinity, GTA 4, Mortal Kombat 11, Naruto Storm, VR set. Project Cars, a whole bunch of games that I once played but now mean little to nothing to me. Well, that's kind of an overstatement. These games had their use for their time, but you know the inevitable cycle of playing video games. Once you start playing one new game, you start playing your previous one a whole lot less, and in some cases, you stop altogether. The video game world constantly changes, and people like me tend to keep up, so this cycle is just what keeps balance, no Thanos. But the cool thing about owning your older games is the fact that you can go back and play them whenever you want to. Unless of course you own all your games digitally, to which you run the risk of having your game removed from digital storefronts. But with physical copies, you can go back and play any game you want whenever your heart desires. And when you do decide to open these games again, you'll be greeted with the exact progress you had when you last left off. At least, that's what you'd expect, right? Well, sometimes life isn't fair, and it just doesn't pan out the exact way that we want it to. Like, I've been waiting for a Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer for the longest time, but what did I wake up to the other day instead? A gun van update. I don't know what this shit is, but I don't even care to update the game and find out. But what if you come back to a game after some time to feel that same joy that you felt when you first played it, only to find out that upon trying to open the game, your account was banned due to inactivity on the game, meaning that because you stopped playing the game, your account was disabled. As harsh and crazy as that sounds, this was a very true thing that went on for players in the game of Lost Ark. This game is a newer MMORPG that was released in February of last year, and it had a pretty good reputation gameplay wise. It's free to play, so it made it easy for a lot of PC players to enjoy the title and get into the world of online RPG games. However, the honeymoon period was brought to an abrupt end due to this obscure banning of players that hadn't been online for some time. And these bans weren't just little, in-game messages telling you that you can't play, nah. These were the bans that were attached to your Steam profile and showed up whenever somebody viewed your page. I don't know though, the ban record looks kinda cool for aesthetic purposes to me. I like people to know that I'm a gamer and a felon. But the obvious question that everyone has in regards to this situation is why? Why would Lost Ark ban its player base for essentially nothing and running down the number of people who play the game? Well, with Lost Ark being a PC game, there's no doubt that the game is open to a lot of exploits. People have bots and other mechanics that allow them to farm whatever form of XP and currency that they can get in the game, which rightfully so the developers at Lost Ark are cracking down on and trying to fix. So with their latest attempt at this, they were banning inactive accounts that they thought were a part of these players that have these schemes into play. And unfortunately, a whole bunch of innocent players that haven't played the game in some time were banned because of this, which sucks. But hey man, if it happened to me and I was banned for not playing a game, I wouldn't even have hard feelings because I don't have a problem with not playing a game. There's only 24 hours in a day. I could spend one of those hours doing something else. But it was still unfortunate to see players banned from a game that they probably liked and wanted to go back to. Luckily, as of today, Lost Ark responded to these bans and have reversed all of the alleged bans that have happened so far, which is good news to hear. So players that were banned initially won't have this cool badge on their profile anymore. So this was an interesting little situation. But hopefully nothing like this happens again. So what do you guys think about the situation, man? Feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, if you like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all.